So I've just finished watching the Crawford Khan fight, and excuse me if this video is a little bit incoherent because I'm still drunk from last night. I woke up this morning about 6 a.m., watched the fight, went back to sleep, and I couldn't really remember anything of it, so I watched it again just now. Um, so my thoughts on Khan. No one will ever know if that low blow hit him right in the bollocks, and if he was genuinely in so much pain that he couldn't continue. Judging by his body language, his face, the way he was conducting himself in the ring after he got hit with a shot, if I'm honest, I wasn't convinced by the way he was that that low blow really did hurt him as much as he said it did. I'm not convinced that he genuinely wasn't able to continue. If he was winning that fight and getting the better of Terence Crawford, I reckon he would have continued. This is the first time in my memory that I've seen Amir Khan get outboxed. Even when he got knocked out by Canelo, the opening rounds, he was winning them. He was outboxing Canelo. He was outboxing Danny Garcia, and those were kind of at this stage at world level, those were kind of two of his biggest kind of knockout losses. But he was winning those fights. He was outboxing his opponent. And I think the frustration of not being able to do that to Terence Crawford, getting off to the worst start possible by getting knocked down in the first round. And Terence Crawford seemed to be controlling that fight from the outset. Khan did have his moments, but I think the moments he had were too infrequent, and he was given an opportunity to lose, but not lose in a, I suppose, in the moment, in a humiliating fashion, where you could say, look, he's hit me in the dick, I can't continue. But I think as time goes on, the more when he kind of reflects back on the situation and watches the tape himself, I think he might regret his decision. One thing that Khan's always had is heart. Everyone's always said, like, he comes to fight. He's got a heart. He loves a tear up. He always, sometimes he gets involved in a tear up with fighters he shouldn't be getting involved in a tear up with, because he can comfortably outbox them and beat them just off the back of his skill. On this occasion, he couldn't outbox Terence Crawford. He was getting out-skilled. And I think that was a very unfamiliar place for Amir Khan to be in. And I think when that shot hit his dick, if it hit his dick, I think what made him quit wasn't so much the pain, but it was a frustration of not being able to get his own way in the ring. He's used to being the one getting his own way up until he gets clipped, and then he's not a very good fighter once he's hurt. He doesn't have a good, what I call an autopilot mode. He gets hit and then he wants to fight rather than trying to hold and just kind of move around the ring, avoiding shots and trying to get his head clear. That wasn't even the case on this occasion. I just think this is the first time he's been frustrated in a ring where his opponent is just a better skilled boxer than him. And another thing about Khan, like, it's true, he kept shaking. I think it was his right arm, and I noticed that watching the fight, and then I don't know if they mentioned it on on the BT Sport coverage. But I did notice a few people on Twitter saying it as well. So I don't know if that played into anything. The fact that he was uncomfortable and he was getting beat anyway. And he kind of looked at it and thought, look, I've literally got no chance of beating Terence Crawford tonight. Here's a way out. Let me take it. Let me avoid getting knocked out again. Let me avoid taking that extra damage. I don't know. It's a little bit disappointing because I didn't have very much confidence in Amir Khan going into this fight. I didn't think he'd be able to win it. But at the same time, I didn't think he would lose it in the manner he has. And I'm not talking about the low blow. I'm just talking about the first 6 rounds and how comfortable Terence Crawford looked in there. Like, Khan hit him with a couple of shots, but none of those shots really bothered Terence Crawford. You know? And one thing that kind of rings true now is I saw Paulie Malignaggi this week. He was getting interviewed. I can't remember who it was by. It might have been IFL TV. And he said that he's noticed Khan's pace, his speed, has dropped off recently in his last couple of fights. And I think he said he wasn't sure whether it was because of the change in trainer going from Virgil Hunter to Guzon, I think his name is, or whether it's just age catching up with him. But he said if Khan's going to win this fight, he needs to find that pace that he was able to put on earlier on in his career. And I don't know whether it was Terence Crawford negating it, but it didn't look like he didn't look as fast as he has looked previously. And I don't know whether if it's got more to do with Terence Crawford basically not allowing Khan to get his shots off and show his hand speed, or whether Khan just isn't the Khan that Khan used to be. Who knows? But this low blow, I mean, it's the first time that I can remember a fighter's quit off a low blow. I can't remember this happening previously. It's a shame. It's just one of them. You just don't know, innit? You just don't know either way. Because fuck me, if someone tried to hit me in the dick, I'd probably still be rolling around the floor crying. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I don't know where Khan goes from here. I mean, literally, I think there's only one fight out there for him now, and that's Kell Brook. And if he doesn't fight Kell Brook, then he should just retire, because what's left for him to do? Like, he's achieved so much in his career, and the Kell Brook fight's got a lot of value in terms of money and also just the bad blood between the two of them. It's a good grudge match. Everyone loves a grudge match. But apart from that, who's he going to fight? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Put your comments below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all of that bollocks. I'll catch you on the next one.